With interest rates at nearly their highest level in 20 years, we're seeing an impact on both buyers and sellers. That's what the Orlando Regional Realtor Association president said on her latest market report. So, how will that affect buyers and sellers in the near future? Let's review the latest Orlando real estate market update to answer that question. The month supply of inventory in June was 1.74, and in July it was 2.01. So we still have low inventory, with healthy inventory being about 6 months. Pre-pandemic, we were about at 3 months of inventory. The worst we saw was about 3 weeks of inventory. So at 2 months, it's getting better, but definitely it's a seller's market, and will probably be in a seller's market for a while, is my best guess. The median home price in June was 385,000, and then in July was 380,000, and then in July 2022, for comparison, it was at 387. The price dropping a little bit from June to July makes sense to me. We might even see it drop a little bit more in the next few months. There's been about a 1% price drop since last year. I don't think we'll see a significant price drop coming up, maybe another 1% in the next year, but I'm guessing it could be closer to 0.5% drop, if it even drops at all. I'll tell you why in just a little bit. It's pretty typical for prices to increase in May and June and maybe even July, and then as the summer demand decreases, so do the home prices. The average days on market in June was 41, and in July it was 39. So a small decrease from the previous month, which I'm a little bit surprised that the average days on market wouldn't be longer as we start to slow down from the summer selling season. So I'm guessing that will increase within the next month or two. The average interest rate in June was 6.66%, and in July it was 6.84%. Interest rates creeped up a little bit again, and I'm guessing we're going to see slight interest increases for the next month or two. Maybe in the fourth quarter, the interest rates will go down just a little bit, or maybe just kind of like even off. But I'm really not too sure. I think we can expect interest rates will remain in the 6 to 7% range for a while. I mean, I'm guessing probably the next year, but with the economy like it is and so unpredictable, you really don't know. What do you think will happen in the Orlando real estate market? Let us know in the comments. If we haven't met yet, I'm Ginader. I'm a real estate agent in Orlando. If you have any real estate questions, or if you need an agent, my contact information is in the description below, or you can use the link in the description to add an appointment on my calendar. There's also a link for my preferred properties for sale in the Metro Orlando area. For the state of the market, the Orlando Regional Realtor Association president said, approaching the end of summer with interest rates at nearly their highest level in 20 years, we're seeing an impact on both buyers and sellers. More homeowners are being locked into golden handcuffs, where they're choosing to stay in their current homes to keep their low mortgage rates, which could be 3% or lower. And more buyers are choosing to wait in hopes the rates go down. I don't think I've heard that term before, golden handcuffs. So this is really an interesting statement to me, because last month she said that we can continue to expect to see more inventory and great prices for homes. Her current state of the market assessment is quite different, but I believe her current market assessment is correct. And this is what it means for buyers and sellers. So basically what's going on is about 90% of people with a mortgage have rates lower than 6%. Interest rates can really drive up the monthly payment of a home. So for instance, a $400,000 home with a 7% interest rate would have the same monthly payment of a $600,000 home with a 3% interest rate, which was typical to get just a few years ago. Obviously, this doesn't make sense if you have a low interest rate to try to sell your home. Of course, some people may be in a situation where they have to sell, but most people are going to probably stay where they are with their low interest rate. So what that means going forward is it's going to be a tough market to buy in, maybe even more so than it's already been. We'll just have to kind of see what happens. There aren't going to be a lot of homes to choose from. This could potentially drive up the prices. This is why I don't see prices dropping very significantly next year, like I alluded to earlier. Now, if there are price increases, I don't see them increasing as much as they did a year or two ago. It's possible that the low inventory will create bidding wars again, not as bad as a year or two ago. I do think buyers aren't trying to overextend their budget right now. So if you are a seller, I wouldn't expect expect that you can put your home on the market for whatever price you want and that it's going to sell, I think overpriced homes will stay on the market for a long time. Buyers should be cautious when buying a home, with the possibility that home prices won't appreciate much in the next few years and potentially might go down. I think it makes sense to really make sure that the home you're buying is going to work for you for a while. I think you have to assume that you'll be in the home for the next 5 to 10 years until you have enough equity in the home where it makes sense to sell. Now, with the economy being as unpredictable as it is right now, all of this could change in a second, right? If there's some sort of economic downturn, a crash, whatever you want to call it, that could make it where interest rates go down and more people start to buy if they're financially able to. My advice for sellers is if you have a 3% interest rate, it probably makes sense to just keep it and not sell. I really don't see a scenario where the interest rates go that low anytime soon. However, if you do have to sell, hopefully you'll make enough profit where you have enough money to pay for your next home. Maybe you can put a good amount of money down and lower how much money you have to borrow. For videos about the Orlando real estate market, check out this playlist or this Orlando neighborhood tour playlist. Reach out to me if you have any questions or need an agent. My contact information is in the description below. I appreciate you watching all the way through, especially if you're a subscriber. Thanks for watching.